Hi, I'm Chris and I own and operate Dog and Bone Grooming, and we're based in the lovely little market town of Newcastle Emlyn down in South West Wales. I fell into grooming by accident coming up on 20 years ago now, and it's been a bit of an eye-opener, and the reason I got into it was because I couldn't find anybody to groom the dogs that I got at the time the way I wanted to do it. Over the years, we've had people say your business model's not going to work with doing one-to-one grooming, but it's something we've stuck here with, and 20 years down the line, we're still here now. We've got a lot of word-of-mouth referrals, and I think part of the reason that we have the amount of success we do is that every dog that comes through the door is treated as an individual. The way we work allows us to cater for dogs that are a little bit nervous, a little bit shy, timid, have issues surrounding being groomed, because sometimes it can be a strange environment for them. First appointments we always allow a little bit longer so we can get to know the dog and they can get to know us and the environment. So we started 20 years ago and we've been through various setups, and we found now that this is a nice way to work. The other thing that we have is people come to us and they'll learn how to groom their own dogs and pick up hints and tips. And the other business that we run now because of doing this is the Canine Care Training Centre. So we train people who own their own dogs right up to people who want to get their qualifications in grooming. What we're going to do now is we're going to show you what we do, because it's a lot easier and a lot more relaxed than me trying to stand in front of a camera and explain it and what we're actually doing. So what we're going to use as an example, there's 6 different coat types with dogs as a rule, just keeping it fairly simple. And the majority of dogs that we see at the moment, we see a lot of wool mix, which is like your cockapoos, cavapoos, anything with a Bichon or a Poodle mix. We also see a lot of dogs that require de-shedding, sort of double coats, so things like your collies, your retrievers. And then we get a lot of dogs that come in and will have pet trims and are kept low maintenance, so they're easy to keep in between appointments, because everybody now seems to have a busy lifestyle. And although it's nice to have the dogs part of it, sometimes we haven't got the time every day to actually brush through them and make sure everything's tip top. So what we're going to show you as an example now is we've got a poodle mix coming in. Practically, she lives on a small holding, so she's going to have a short all-over clip. And what the most important thing for us, and we keep trying to explain, and this crosses over into our training business as well, is how important it is to have a clean coat. So when your dog comes to us, probably 2/3 of the time that they spend with us is actually preparing the coat and getting them clean. When I first started grooming, we didn't have the range of products that we've got now, and dog shampoo is formulated especially for dogs because their skin is different to ours, more sensitive, so we use products accordingly. So when a dog comes in and we actually give a quote for a dog, it includes having the nails clipped, it includes the conditioning treatment that we have, and if it's a breed that needs de-shedding, sort of like your smooth coated Labradors, or when you've got some double coats that require a bit extra work, it's all included in the price that we quote for people on the phone. The products that we use are supplied to us by a firm called Ordinary, and they make a very good range of shampoos, and it's actually been another groomer that's helped in formulating the products. So we've got a specific shampoo for using for wool mix coats, we've got a general shampoo for using with a lot of coats, and then we've got a different shampoo then that we use for breeds that we need to de-shed, where the shampoo acts like a bit of a magnet to get all the fur out. So if you've got a Labrador and you don't like all the fur around your house and on your carpet and around the floor, it's always worth bringing them in to have a bath, and we can go through and give them a good de-shed. So with a dog that's got a double coat, what happens is they'll come through the door, we'll take them into the bathing area. Personally, I prefer to get, where we can, to get all the loose and dead hair out of the coat before they go into the bath. So by the time they get into the bath then, it's a bit less time for them, but everything that we're going through in the bathing area, we're pulling the last of the loose bits of hair out with the shampoo before they're being taken onto the table, and we use a blow dryer with them, and then we use a stand dryer and go through them with a slicker brush to get any remaining loose coat out, and to get everything lined, smooth, give the dog the shape, the definition. With things like retrievers then, and with the St Bernards that you're going to see in this clip, we trim round underneath the feet to make sure there's no hair underneath the paws causing them problems. We trim in between the paws, the nails are going to be groomed. The usual areas with the double breed that need particular with the double coat breed that need particular attention are going to be the chest areas, the hocks underneath the tail, and the rear end where you don't want to do. And it's the same for things like Shih Tzus, Lhasa Apsos as well. They'll come in, we'll let them, say if it's a new first visit, they come in, they have a little bit of a play around first, get used to us in the environment. They'll come up onto the table, we'll give them a visual health check, just check in from the front to the back, and we'll just sort of check that they've got things like no loose teeth, we'll check that the nose is clear, eyes are clear, there's no lumps and bumps on the body, they've got no deformation, and everything's all right and they're healthy enough for us to carry on grooming. We work one-to-one and we only have one person's dog in the grooming area at a time, so your dog's only with us for the amount of time that it takes to groom them. So it can be anywhere from sort of an hour up to a couple of hours, 2.5 hours. But the beauty of where we're located is it's Newcastle Emlyn, it's a small market town, there's a few cafes, there's quite a few independent shops. We've got a river down the bottom of the town with sort of seating areas and little walks, so it's a lovely place to come and visit. We've got customers that travel from quite a distance. I'm fortunate that we've got customers that come from London when they're visiting family, so their families get a visit every 6 weeks as well as the dog being groomed. We've got people that come from as far as Cardiff on a regular basis, and they come and make it a bit of a day trip out whilst they're having the dog groomed. So you're not just visiting us, you're coming to see Newcastle Emlyn as well.